All right, Hawkins, this is Basic Computing 608, and we'll continue from where we left on chapter number 1, which is essentially just, my computer and all the parts. And today we'll be talking about output devices. Well, simple output devices include the monitor, the printer, the plotter, and what are the aspects that we're looking for each of these. Monitor is basically a visual unit, right? It's a visual unit you see here. So VDU, Visual Display Unit. Remember these codes, keywords, these acronyms, they are very important. A monitor could be a mobile screen or a television screen. When the data is being typed, a monitor displays it. Even your basic calculator has a monitor, while it is a very simple LCD screen. Today, we have got amazing monitors around, So we started with CRT, cathode ray tubes, which is what, hardly being used now. They were hugely, consuming electricity. Those are the old TVs. Remember how the air conditions have changed from one with an output unit, which is so huge, the window ACs, we call them. And today we have this huge, sleek 2 and 2 tons and 1 ton ACs. TVs have evolved, monitors have evolved, and these are the bulkier, bigger monitors that we talk, CRT tubes. Today, we've got the LCD ones, light emitting diode. LCD monitors are very, very common. You see them small, sleek monitors, your laptop screens also. And also you've got thin film transistor liquid crystal display. And that's what, what are the liquid crystal LEDs and LCDs, the basic differences, they're very flat. Today, they consume less electricity. Also, they're easy on the eyes. A lot of time people ask that, what if low screen time? Remember, there's a difference between a screen time when you watch an animated movie or Instagram, which is too active and flashy, or else if you just watch, say, Google Meet here, it is not, emitting the kind of cathode rays that will harm your eye or the rays. Too many printers, very simple. A printer is something that produces a hard copy and output. And you got dot matrix printer, zoom, it takes such a long time. Then inkjet printer. Remember, these are simple. The printer head is important. So this printer head strikes on the ink, and there's a soap cotton ribbon which is laid against the printer. Hardly people use it. It is called dot matrix because characters are formed as dots, dot. And that is how each character will come in. Inkjet, it is spraying an ink same way, but again, it's an ionized ink that is sprayed on a sheet of paper. They're magnetized plates. That is why inkjet printers are much better in quality. They now the same dot matrix. These are 300 dot per inch, so it's a higher resolution. A dot matrix will have 30 dots per inch. So that's the whole thing. Inkjet printers are also known as line printers. So this is line, and the next improvement is laser printer. These are non-impact printer. What do you mean by non-impact? The ink or the printing part does not touch the paper. It's a laser beam. It's something like how you do your cataract operations, right? There's an electrical charge on a drum, and whenever it's hit, a character is formed. You need to change the toners are transferred, there's a heat and pressure being used. The reason I'm making it like a small story is you don't have to memorize it. Think about a line printer or a laser printer, and you can write it in your own words. Of course, you must read what I'm talking about, mark in your own pages. This is how you learn. A laser printer prints around 4 to 20 pages of text per minute. If it's a character, more pixels are used, so it will be less, right? So remember that the entire page is transmitted, and that is why it is also called page printers. It's very quick, it's very high resolution, and also it is strange enough, it is inexpensive. So, compared to them, it uses less ink, it's environmental friendly. A lot of these colored ink printers are, of course, more expensive, but this is how you use. Now, there's an improvement called the thermal printer. It prints images by pushing electricity generated, heat pins again a heat sensitive paper. So the papers are separate. Thermal printers are not a normal printer. You don't get them. You need thermal printers you also need them when you print something like an X-ray, like an MRI machine, like a fax machine. So these are a lot of thermal printers you will need. Of course, they are very high produce input, but the current thermal printers in the office have low quality print. You just need to, have a print which is for a short duration. You don't have to preserve the paper because the paper being thermal will curl and fade away. Unless you are a spy and you want to send a secret message, thermal printers are very good for you. What else are we talking about? We're talking about plotters. So what is a plotter? A device that is to plot. So there is a pen here. It'll keep going up and down. These are used for surveys, for statistics, for a lot of questionnaires. Charts, graphs, maps are drawn with two or more automated pens. So that's what even color pens are uses. Different plotters are there. There's a drum plotter, which is a paper wrapped around like a drum, and the pen moves and then it goes. There's a flat bed plotter. It's a flat surface, more organized. So different plotters are all that we know. Plotters are more expensive than printers, but they're also used for very high-end surveys, right? These are engineering drawings. Architects use plotters. Miners use plotters. Somewhere you have to find oil, digging for oil, you need plotters. And also plotters are combined with some of these technologies, CAD machines, computer aided design, or CAE, computer aided engineering, or CAM, computer aided manufacturing. So all of these are output devices in printers and plotters. Speakers, well, today with boats and AirPods and everything, you hardly need a speaker. A speaker is an output audio device. It has a sound card. So keep remembering these keywords, which is connected with a processor out here. There's a small chip inside it. There's a sound chip. And that's how, you use your basic 3D audio is a technique. If you have listened to a BTS, there do buses that you get. Both speakers are beautiful. Speaker is a huge, improvement that's gone from Sony days to Apple AirPods. So 3D audio, 3D sound is produced by wearing a 3D audio in a room with stereo speakers. You know more about it. The device dynamically analyzes the sound. Where is it coming from? Gives the feedback to the system. It readjusts the sound. The quality improves, the tone, the depth, the voice. A lot of it around 3D audio devices is basically connected to the computer, and this is how a lot of recordings on monitors happen. So this is what we are talking about. Very simple. Let me quickly go through your in-text question and we'll check if you remember. I'm just trying to solve your in-text question and let me see if you know what are sample questions. A barcode reader, what kind of device it is? It's again an input device, right? You're looking at a barcode and you're looking at what are you doing it. All right, let me quickly look at my plotter. A very important question that usually is asked is the difference between plotters and printers. So you need to write some of these. They're very powerful ones. Hopefully you can solve these. These are not difficult one. What's an ALU, editor, output devices? Look at them and so what are the four basic functions performed by a computer? Well, it inputs. So remember the chart that we have: receives input, produces output. So that's two extreme. Then it processes information. That's number three, and stores information. Right? Choose the correct answer. Arithmetic and logical unit is performed in a dash unit. So of course it is an ALU unit. It's a very standard one. ALU and CU are commonly called as CPU. So now that you know most of it, you are very correct. And the process of producing results from data by getting useful information. So what is that process? Well, it's output, absolutely. Hopefully you learn this and you'll prepare it well. Good luck.